बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है अपर लिम। अपर लिम में पेक्टोरल रीजन में पढ़ेंगे हम सुपरफिशियल फेशिया। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी शुड नो व्हाट इज़ फेशिया। फेशिया इज़ अ सीथ और अ कवरिंग of connective tissue which lies just beneath the skin and covers the muscles and the internal organs of the body. Superficial fascia basically consists of two layers, the fatty layer and the fibrous connective layer. Superficial fascia in the pectoral region also consists of fats. Superficial fascia can be easily visualized in the pectoral region when the skin is incised. यानी पेक्टोरल रीजन में जब हम स्किन को जो है वो इंसाइज करेंगे, स्किन को हटाएंगे, तो उसके नीचे जो सीथ ऑफ कनेक्टिव टिश्यू पड़ी होगी वो सुपरफिशियल फेशिया होगा। अब सुपरफिशियल फेशिया में जो है वो ब्रेस्ट भी आ जाती है पेक्टोरल रीजन में, और ये फीमेल्स में ज़्यादा वेल डेवलप होती है। और जो है ये जो है सुपरफिशियल फेशिया जो है पेक्टोरल रीजन में, ये एक फिब्रस सेप्टम गिव ऑफ करता है जो, और इस फिब्रस सेप्टम ऑफ द फेशिया के ऊपर जो है वो मेमरी ग्लैंड की लोब्स जो हैं वो स्पॉटेड होती हैं, और जो स्किन होती है मेमरी ग्लैंड की वो भी इस फेशिया के ऊपर स्पॉटेड होती है। आगे हम पढ़ेंगे कंटेंट्स ऑफ द सुपरफिशियल फेशिया। कंटेंट्स की बात करें तो कंटेंट्स में 4 चीज़ें आ जाएंगी। सबसे पहले क्यूटेनियस नर्व्स आ जाएंगी, दूसरी जो है उसके बाद क्यूटेनियस वेजल्स आ जाएंगी, उसके बाद प्लेटिज्मा मसल्स आ जाएगा, और उसके बाद जो लास्ट है वो आ जाएगी ब्रेस्ट। सबसे पहले हम क्यूटेनियस नर्व्स की बात करते हैं। तो जो क्यूटेनियस नर्व्स होती हैं पेक्टोरल रीजन की, वो अराइज करती हैं सर्वाइकल प्लेक्सस से या फिर इंटरकोस्टल ब्रांचेस ऑफ द थोरेसिक नर्व से। तो जो सबसे पहली इम्पोर्टेंट बात जो है वो हमें पता होना चाहिए कि प्लेक्सस क्या होते हैं और बॉडी में कितने टाइप्स के प्लेक्सस होते हैं, और दूसरी बात कि इंटरकोस्टल नर्व्स कौन सी होती हैं और वो कहाँ से अराइज करती हैं और वो कहाँ लाई करती हैं। तो प्लेक्सस जो हैं वो हमारी बॉडी में 4 टाइप्स के होते हैं: सर्वाइकल प्लेक्सस, ब्रेकियल प्लेक्सस एंड लंबर प्लेक्सस एंड सैक्रल प्लेक्सस। Plexus means the network of nerves that arise from the spinal cord. As you can see in this diagram, this is the spinal cord, this is the vertebral column, and these are the nerves arising from the spinal cord. These are the nerves arising from the spinal cord, and they are making a network which we call plexus. You can see that this is the neck region, and the nerves arising from the spinal cord in the neck region are forming a network, and this network of nerves in the neck region is called cervical plexus. And from this cervical plexus arises the cutaneous nerves of the pectoral region in the for the superficial fascia. Next, below the cervical plexus lie the brachial plexus, and the brachial plexus, the nerves are arising in the region from neck to shoulder, Now, the brachial plexus mainly supplies the upper limb. Now, below brachial plexus, there is a heading of intercostal nerves. You can see this is the thoracic region, and no network of nerves is present here. Means that thoracic nerves do not form network or plexus. And below the thoracic region here lies the lumbar region, and the nerves arising from the lumbar region are also forming network of nerves, and this network of nerve is known as lumbar plexus. Below the lumbar plexus lies the sacral plexus, and these are the nerves arising from the sacral vertebrae, and these mainly supply the leg and foot muscles. Lumbar plexus supply the thigh muscles. Brachial plexus supplies the upper limb, while the cervical plexus supplies the neck muscles and the diaphragm. So here we come to know about the cervical plexus and the other plexus of our body. Now moving toward the intercostal nerves. What are intercostal nerves? Actually, intercostal nerves arise from the thoracic spinal nerve. So we were discussing that the intercostal nerves are actually arise from the thorax region, and these lie between the intercostal region. These lie in the intercostal region between the ribs. These are the ribs, and the region between the ribs is known as intercostal region, and the nerves which are present in this region are known as intercostal nerves. So intercostal nerves gives two branches, lateral branches and anterior branches, and we will discuss it further. So now coming towards the cutaneous nerves in the pectoral region, in the superficial fascia. So we discuss the cervical plexus. The nerves arising from the cervical plexus are the supraclavicular nerves. These nerves passes above the clavicle and come in front and supplies the region of the skin below the clavicle and above the second rib, and also supplies the upper also supplies the skin on the upper part of the deltoid muscle. Now you can see in the diagram that these are the anterior cutaneous nerves and these are the lateral cutaneous nerves, and these both are the branches of the intercostal nerves. These are the lateral branches of the intercostal nerves arising from the thoracic region, and these are the anterior divisions or anterior branches of the intercostal nerves are also arising from the thoracic region. The anterior branches, these anterior branches have root value from T2 to T6, and these have the root values from T3 to T6. You can see that if suppose that this is the vertebral column, and these are the nerves arising from the T2, these are the from T3, this T4, this T5 and this T6. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The nerves, the intercostal nerve from the T2 gives an anterior branch and a lateral branch. This lateral branch supplies the floor of the axilla and the medial part of the arm, and this is known as intercostal brachial nerve. The nerve, intercostal nerve that arises from T3 gives an anterior branch and a lateral branch. Similarly, from T4 also give an anterior and lateral branch, and T5 also give anterior and lateral branch, and T6 also give anterior and lateral branch. So this branch supplies the floor of the axilla and the medial part of the arm, while these anterior and lateral cutaneous nerve supplies the skin below the second rib. So now we are done with the subcutaneous nerves in the pectoral region in the superficial fascia. Now we are moving towards the cutaneous vessels in the superficial fascia. The subcutaneous vessels are very small and arises from the arteries, and these arteries arise from the arch of the aorta or from the descending aorta. As you can see in this diagram, this is the aorta and this is arch of aorta, and this is the descending aorta, this is the ascending aorta. The arch of aorta is giving further three branches: brachiocephalic artery, left common carotid artery and left subclavian artery. The brachiocephalic artery further gives two branches: right subclavian artery and right common carotid artery. This right subclavian artery goes deep in the thoracic region and gives off perforating branches. When this right subclavian artery enters the thoracic region, it is called internal thoracic artery. Internal thoracic artery. and this internal thoracic artery further give perforating branches which are continuous with the which are not continuous, I want to say which are accompanied by the anterior cutaneous nerves. The left subclavian artery also forms internal thoracic artery, and this internal thoracic artery also gives perforating branches, and these also accompanies the anterior cutaneous nerves in the superficial fascia. You can see the descending aorta here. This descending aorta gives the lateral cutaneous branches of the posterior intercostal arteries. This descending aorta goes down and form posterior intercostal arteries and give off lateral branches. So these lateral branches accompanies the lateral cutaneous nerve in the superficial fascia of the pectoral region. So the cutaneous vessels include internal thoracic artery and the perforating branches, and the posterior intercostal artery and the lateral cutaneous branches of these posterior intercostal arteries. Now moving toward the third content of the superficial fascia, which is the platysma muscle. Platysma muscle is the subcutaneous muscle which lies below the skin, and it protects the external jugular vein. The external jugular veins lie just beneath the platysma muscle. In this diagram you can see that this muscle is platysma muscle. This muscle originates from the deep fascia of the pectoralis. Here lies the deep fascia of the pectoralis, and this muscle originates from the deep fascia of the pectoralis, and it extends upward, and it is inserted on the lower margin of the mandible. This is the lower margin of the mandible, and here it is inserted, and platysma is supplied by a branch of facial nerve. This is another diagram. In this diagram, this green portion is the platysma muscles, and these are attached to the originated from the deep fascia of the pectoralis major and are inserted on the lower margin of the mandible. The last content of the superficial fascia is the breast. The breast is an important structure present in the pectoral region. Breast lies in the superficial fascia. Breast is a part of superficial fascia, but it lies on the deep fascia. Deep fascia here refers to the pectoral fascia. By this we are done with the superficial fascia of the pectoral region.